Welcome, Curious Minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something fundamental, wealth creation.
Hmm.
But, not just money for money's sake. Our mission today is to explore how building wealth is actually a deeply personal thing, tied right into your own strengths, your self-awareness even.
That's right.
We're digging into the Millionaire Master Plan by Roger James Hamilton. Think of this as a shortcut to getting clued in on a personalized path to financial growth. We've got some surprising facts, some really actionable stuff for you.
Absolutely. And right off the bat, this book kind of challenges how we usually think about genius, about potential.
How so?
Well, the core idea, it's right there in the opening. It says, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid.
Wow. Okay. That hits hard.
It really does. And what's fascinating is how directly this applies to your financial journey. It suggests you're a real genius if you understand it and align with it. That's your most powerful wealth building tool.
Alignment.
Okay. Yeah, and it's not just about being, efficient. It's about achieving what the book calls flow, that feeling when opportunities and resources just seem to come to you naturally because you're operating in your sweet spot.
That quote definitely sets a provocative tone. It really makes you question things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if everyone's a genius, how does the book help you, figure out your specific genius? Is it just a label or?
No, it's much more practical than that. That's the starting point. The Millionaire Master Plan lays out 4 distinct genius types. Each one has unique strengths, and there's even a genius test to help you identify yours.
Okay, what are they?
So first, you've got the dynamo genius. These are the creators, the innovators, always coming up with new ideas, new strategies.
Easy as people. Got it.
Then there's blaze genius. They're all about people. Natural connectors, great at building relationships, partnerships.
The networkers.
Exactly. Third is tempo genius. They're more grounded, focused on service, and they have this amazing sense of timing and execution, making things happen right when they need to.
Timing. Interesting. Okay.
And finally, steel genius. These are your detail-oriented analytical types. They thrive on systems, data, making things precise.
Right. The systems people.
The real breakthrough here isn't just, knowing your type. It's realizing that trying to build wealth by forcing yourself to be good at something that isn't your genius. It's like hammering a nail with a sponge.
Yeah. Yeah, frustrating.
Totally inefficient. The book guides you to find your flow by embracing who you naturally are and really leveraging those strengths instead of obsessing over weaknesses.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. So you figure out your genius, start finding that flow. Then the book brings in this big metaphor, the wealth lighthouse. What's that all about? Why is it so helpful for your wealth journey?
The wealth lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to visualize things. It basically maps out 9 different levels of wealth. It guides you all the way from infrared, which is like debt and chaos, up to ultraviolet, which is about legacy.
9 levels. Okay.
And the book has this really profound definition of wealth, too. It's not just about the money you have. It says, wealth is what you're left with if you lose all your money.
That makes you think.
It does. So these 9 levels are grouped into 3 prisms. First is the foundation prism. That's infrared, the victim level. Red, the survivor, and orange, the worker.
Foundation.
Then the enterprise prism. Yellow is the player, green, the performer, and blue, the conductor.
Enterprise. Starting to build something bigger.
Exactly. And finally, the alchemy prism at the top. Indigo, the trustee, violet, the composer, and ultraviolet, the legend.
Alchemy, like transforming things.
Precisely. And the key thing, the really crucial part, is that each level needs a totally different mindset, different strategies. You can't use orange level thinking at the green level,
Right.
So figuring out where you are right now on that lighthouse is step 1 to creating your own roadmap forward. It's about honest self-assessment.
It really sounds like a personal GPS for your finances. Can you walk us through a couple of those levels? Maybe start right at the bottom, infrared. What if someone listening feels stuck there, maybe even ashamed? What's the very first thing they should do? Just to, stop the bleeding.
That's a really important place to start because, a lot of people find themselves there. Infrared. The book describes it as, financial and mental chaos. You're basically in crisis, maybe deep in debt.
Overwhelmed.
Exactly. So the absolute priority at that level is stopping the bleeding. It means getting brutally honest, first off, then cutting losses, slashing expenses wherever possible, working on stabilizing your mindset, which is huge, and just regaining some sense of control.
Okay, practical steps, what are they?
To get from infrared to red, the book suggests 3 core actions. 1, Measure your money, track everything, income, expenses, know exactly where it's all going.
Get visibility.
Right. 2, commit to conduct. This means being reliable, consistent with your financial habits. No more winging it.
Discipline.
And 3, do your duty. This is about accountability. Taking responsibility, maybe setting up automatic payments, sticking to a budget. It's about regaining control through structure.
Okay, that makes sense. So you stop the bleeding, get to red. What's that like?
Red is basically survival mode. You're likely working paycheck to paycheck. The main goal here is to build just a basic cushion, some savings, and manage your money much more consciously. Maybe start a small side hustle, really track that cash flow to build a bit of breathing room.
Right, getting slightly ahead. And orange.
Orange is where you achieve some stability. You're probably okay financially, but you're still very reliant on your own effort, trading your time for money mostly.
A grind.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So the focus shifts to creating more predictable income and savings. You might start putting some basic systems in place so it's not all on you.
And moving beyond orange.
To jump from orange to yellow, the player level, you need to focus on 3 things. Identify your identity, like what's your specific niche, your unique value. Master your market, really understand your customers, your competition, and monetize your moment. Get good at creating offers, promotions that work.
Okay, and then we hit what sounds like a really major transition you mentioned earlier, going from yellow, the player, to green, the performer. That sounds like it's not just about you anymore.
It's a massive leap.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all about leverage, really. Shifting from yellow to green means moving from doing everything yourself to leading a high-performing team.
Okay. Leading others.
Yes. And the book puts it so well. It says, green level is all about you supporting your team to be significant. It's about empowering others to worry about your business even more than you do.
Wow. Letting go, but in a powerful way.
Exactly. The focus becomes empowering your team, giving them ownership, so you can step back and focus on the bigger picture, the strategy.
And the next step, from green, the performer, to blue, the conductor. Is that like leading multiple teams? Orchestrating more?
You got it. At the blue conductor level, you're not just managing one great team, you're orchestrating multiple teams, multiple income streams. It's a higher level of coordination.
Like a symphony conductor.
Perfect analogy. The book says blue conductors do not play any instrument, but hold the baton, set the rhythm, and keep everyone playing together.
Nice.
So this involves strategic oversight, really anchoring your authority in your field, perfecting your processes so everything runs smoothly across different ventures, and critically, building the balance sheet, focusing on asset growth across the board.
And then briefly, above blue, you mentioned the alchemy prism.
Right. You move into indigo, where you're managing multiple successful businesses, creating synergy between them. Then violet, where your focus shifts dramatically towards purpose, societal impact, maybe creating movements. And finally, ultraviolet. That's the pinnacle. Embedding your purpose into systems that last way beyond you. True legacy.
That whole lighthouse model is really clarifying. Now, something else that jumped out at me from my notes, this wealth equation. It looked almost too simple. Wealth, value, average. Can you break that down? Why is that little formula so important?
It's simple, but incredibly powerful, absolutely fundamental to the whole approach. It basically says, look, to build wealth, you first have to create value.
Okay, makes sense.
And how you create value is directly linked to your genius type, remember? Dynamos innovate, blazes build relationships, tempos use timing, steels create systems. That's your unique way of adding value.
Right, playing to your strengths.
Exactly. But just creating value isn't enough. That's only half the equation. The second part, leverage, is what multiplies that value, often exponentially.
Leverage. How does that work?
Leverage can be many things. It could be scaling through products and services, building strategic partnerships and networks, capitalizing on market timing, or implementing robust systems and processes that allow you to do more with less effort.
So value is what you create. Leverage is how you scale it.
Precisely. You need both. And the book emphasizes this connection to people, too. It says, it isn't money that makes money. It's people who make money. And it's other people who will help you make your money. It highlights that wealth often grows through collaboration and smart amplification, not just grinding away alone.
That really distills it. Okay, so if this is the framework, what does it mean for some of the, common ideas or myths we always hear about getting rich? This seems to challenge a lot of that stuff, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The book directly tackles 5 big modern myths about wealth. It contrasts them with how truly successful wealth creators actually operate. It's quite eye-opening.
All right, let's hear them. Myth number one.
Myth 1. Wealth comes from passive income. We hear this constantly, right? The dream of money rolling in while you sleep.
Yeah, the ultimate goal for many.
But the book says, reality check. Replace the myth of passive income with the reality of portfolio income, where each of your assets is part of a portfolio managed by a team. It's not truly passive. It requires active management and oversight of your assets, usually by others you trust.
Okay, portfolio income, managed by a team. Got it. Myth two.
Myth 2. Wealth comes from multiple streams of income. Again, sounds good. Diversify your income.
All right, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
True, but the deeper reality is that sustainable wealth comes from growing teams, not just collecting income streams. Teams provide the real leverage and scalability. Focus on building capable teams first.
Interesting. People over streams. Okay, third myth.
Myth 3. Wealth comes from your exit strategy. Everyone talks about the big sale, the big exit.
Cashing out.
But truly wealthy individuals often focus on creating ongoing success strategies. They build businesses and systems designed to thrive long-term, not just for a single payday. It's about endurance.
Build to last, not just to sell. Okay, number 4.
Myth 4. Wealth comes from being your own boss. The allure of freedom, no one telling you what to do.
Yeah, that's a big one.
The reality, it's more about consciously choosing who you're accountable to. Whether it's mentors, a board, your key stakeholders, even just strong personal commitments. Real accountability drives discipline and growth far more than just being the boss.
Huh. Accountability is freedom, in a way. Okay, last one. And myth number 5. Wealth comes from risking it all, the go big or go home mentality.
The big gamble.
The truth, according to the book, is that sustainable wealth is usually built by minimizing risk. Through careful planning, thorough testing, step-by-step expansion, it's calculated, not reckless.
Wow. Okay, those definitely flip some common ideas on their head. That's quite liberating, actually. So connecting this back to something really practical for you listening, personal investments. How should you invest based on your genius type? Does a dynamo do it differently than a steel?
Yes, this is where the personalization really kicks in. The book suggests leaning into your natural strengths when it comes to investing, too.
Makes sense. So examples. Well, a dynamo, being innovative, might naturally gravitate towards innovation-based investments. Think early-stage startups, maybe property development projects where they can bring creative ideas.
Okay. Blaze, the people person.
Blaze geniuses often excel in partnership-based investments. Joint ventures, businesses that rely heavily on networking and relationship building, they invest with people.
Right. And tempo, the timing expert.
Tempo geniuses can be great at timing-based investments. Things like market trading, maybe property flipping activities where knowing when to buy and sell is crucial. They feel the rhythm of the market.
And Steele, the systems person.
Steel geniuses thrive with system-based investments. Things like dividend stocks that produce predictable income, or rental properties that require meticulous management and analysis. Anything where strong systems and data pay off.
So you find investments that match your style.
Exactly. But, and this is important, the book also stresses balance. You might focus on your strength, but you should probably partner with or hire people with complementary geniuses to handle the aspects you're not naturally good at.
So build a balanced team for your investments too.
Precisely. It ensures you maintain that overall flow in your financial life, leveraging different strengths across your portfolio.
Okay.
Ultimately, getting into that state of flow where money and opportunities move smoothly, it comes back to consistently creating value in your unique way, leveraging it effectively, and doing it all in alignment with your natural genius.
This has been incredibly insightful, really practical stuff. So for you listening, the big takeaways seem to be really get clear on your unique genius type, figure out where you are right now on that wealth lighthouse, and then focus on those key actions, creating value your way, and finding smart ways to leverage it. It really drives home that wealth creation isn't some secret formula. It's a deeply personal journey. It's about crafting a path that actually fits who you are.
And you know, what's really fascinating here is the idea from the Millionaire Master Plan that true lasting fulfillment in this whole process doesn't just come from the assets you build up. It comes from that deep alignment, making sure your actions resonate with your genius every step of the way.
Alignment equals fulfillment.
It seems so. Which leaves us with a powerful question for you to think about. How might understanding your own inherent genius truly transform that very next step you take on your path towards financial growth and maybe even legacy?
That's an excellent thought to ponder. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We really encourage you to explore your own genius and start charting your personalized wealth path.